Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring to you a video on Palico Weapons and Armor are coming next. How to best prepare. So this video discusses the possibility of Palico Weapons and Armor coming in the next major update. There was actually a reference in the story that might be foreshadowing Palico Gear. There wasn't a lot, however, why would you put that in the story or make a reference like that if you weren't actually planning on releasing it? Now, we will take a look at Palico Weapons and Armor in the main series games and explore their possible abilities in Monster Hunter now. As you see here, for this trailer for World, there's a lot of customization you could do for Palicos, as well as various weapons, armor, and there's other abilities they also have. As you see, it's pretty sick right here. There's a lot of things and a lot of cool stuff you can put on your Palico, and they do a lot of useful things for you in combat. So, will we be able to fight alongside our Palicos? Let's take a look at what they had to offer as partners in the main series games. Alright, so let's just jump right into the foreshadow. This is the quest dialogue that foreshadows Palico Gear. This foreshadow was mentioned during the Monster Hunter Now 20th Anniversary quest dialogue. As you take a look right here, Palico and Qualili are talking, and Palico mentions their shirt. Oh, I'm so jealous, I only got one shirt to my name. After this, Qualili states, hey, one day we'll find something that suits you too. So, I guess we got layered armor, but why would they talk about Palico getting a remake? Or wardrobe malfunction or something like that? That could only mean one thing. However, the only thing is, this is the only dialogue that hints at Palico Gear. Now, believe it or not, it's not far-fetched that this might actually become a thing, and very soon, because Palicos have a long history in Monster Hunter. In fact, we're going to explore it here. The history of Palico partners. Palicos marched into us to battle a long time ago, and they were originally called felines in the first Monster Hunter. I still remember this because I was wondering what the heck were these cats when I was going through the maps, and I was like beating the crap out of these poor kittens, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Are these bad? Like, no, they're actually not. They were called felines. And feline comrades in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite were the first time you could hire feline comrades or feline fighters that could aid you in a quest. So, feline comrades, again, feline fighters. When I played Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, I was like, oh, wow. This is actually really cool. You could hire up to 3 of them. You could level them up. It was a whole lot of fun when they were introduced. Now, I can't find my PSP to save my life, so I can't replay it. So, maybe I'll try to do it later on when I'm not so busy. But the thing about it is, feline comrades were then renamed into Palicos when Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate MH4U was released. The 3DS was amazing, and I loved MH4U. Played it a lot, and since then, the name Palico has been the norm for our feline companions. As you see here in the Capcom, I think I remember watching this a long time ago, the Capcom Unity stream or whatever, and I was like, oh wait, they're getting renamed, and I was like, Palico. Makes sense, you get it Pal, and then like, Pal, and then you have, I don't even know where the heck that it go emit, but like, you know, Pal, our partners, so we have pals that fight us in a battle. Yeah, I'm just gonna go on to the next thing.
What is that?
Now, if you haven't watched the Monster Hunter movie yet with Mila Jovovich, it was actually pretty dang good. Since she was in it, you know, because of the Resident Evil series. Now I'm a Capcom creator. I love Resident Evil, and you know, she's a boss. But yeah, if you haven't watched that movie, you definitely should take a look at it. Now here's how to best prepare for Palico Weapons and Armor, and this source is from the Monster Hunter World Iceborne official web manual. In Iceborne, Palico equipment requires materials and research points to make, which means that Palico equipment will most likely require materials from gathering materials and or monsters. So, you thought it was gonna be easy? Nah, they couldn't make it that easy. But this actually makes a lot of sense. As you see here from the Iceborne official web manual, Palico equipment can be forged at the smithy and requires materials and research points to make. Now, we don't have research points in Monster Hunter Now, so it's likely going to be Zenny. Would be the easiest way to do this, but we have to take in consideration, like I said, they're going to likely require materials from gathering points and or monsters. Now that you know a bit about Palicos, here's how to best prepare for Palico Weapons and Armor. With the way that Monster Hunter Now's upgrading system works, it's likely that Palico equipment will require Zenny. So the easiest way to implement this would literally just to make it like our weapons and armor system. Have you use Zenny, and as much as I hate to say it, This may also include refining parts and rare materials such as wyvern gem shards. So if you were like that one guy on about like 2 videos ago that recklessly spent their refining parts, guess what? You might be a little screwed. Or you're just gonna have to wait because patience is a virtue and you're gonna have to own up to your mistakes. However, for those of you that saved a little over 100 of these, or if you have 25 because that's what it takes to max to get grade 10, I'm not going to know exactly how much it's going to require for Palico Weapons and Armor, but if you have a good number of them, safe to say is you'll do pretty well when it comes out. That means if you have an endgame build set, you should save as many of these as possible just in case. If Palico Weapons and Armor does drop in June, which is probably what I'm predicting the most, then you're gonna want as many of these materials as possible. So again, if you have an endgame build already, like Black Diablos bow, or any of the Black Diablos weapons, or a high-end elemental weapon of all elements or most elements, try to save some of these just so that when they do come out, you won't be as progression walled as other players that were irresponsible, like that one dude I mentioned, with your materials. In closing, if you have played the main series games, then you probably have a long history of your Palico saving your bacon. I know my feline comrades definitely saved my bacon plenty of times, although I forgot a lot about it because Monster Hunter and Freedom Unite, that was many moons ago. Heck, I don't even know if I can find my PlayStation Portable. Well, actually, I haven't played it in so long that my brain's just kind of cloudy because there's so much in that game. But also, if you're a gamer, you've played a lot of games since then. Now the thing is, should I make more content about Palicos and what they might offer us in Monster Hunter now? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually thinking of doing like a history thing to connect the main series games to Monster Hunter now, because for some of you players, Monster Hunter now is your first Monster Hunter game. There's nothing wrong with that. There are more Monster Hunter fans is always nice. However, if you would like to know the history, definitely should consider making content about that, especially since I plan on making videos daily. So that would fill a content gap, just in case things are getting a little dry as far as Monster Hunter now. But if Palico Weapons and Armor comes out, oh, there's a lot of content I can make for that. With that being said, please do me a huge favor. Like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I hope y'all are excited for the upcoming June major update, which is coming in literally a few weeks. Good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next video.